I'm gonna love you.
Alright, welcome back YouTube to another episode of Wolfenstein 2. I am Death Incarnate, mission number 17, aka the last mission. So, in case if you need help finding Fergus's arm, if you chose Fergus's side, of course, it's by where the helicopter is at, and just follow as I do. I sped it up just in case, but other than that, this mission shouldn't be too bad. I hope you can follow what I did. I tried finding the best things I could, so I hope it helps, and we'll see how it goes. So good luck. All right, so now let's get to the mission. So at this point, you're gonna want to open the door, and there's gonna be a couple soldiers, but they're not gonna attack you straight away. So what I did here is I took out double ARs, and then as you can see, I tried ricocheting the grenades to hit the wall and then go into there. I threw two, one in each side. I can't really say how many guys there are in total, but as long as you kind of follow what I do and try to hit your grenades good, you should be good. They do try to throw grenades in there quite a bit, so just be careful on that. And then you'll know it's time to go when Anya starts walking in. That's kind of an idea where where there's no more enemies. Make sure you pick up ammo and armor around there. And also make sure you save. So this next part's like right after that. She tells you to go either put in some codes or destroy something. So this giant door is going to open behind you or in front depending. But what you want to do is actually you want to go behind this steel bar, whatever it is. And you actually want to shoot into this hole. Believe it or not, they don't actually shoot you. So the best that the soldiers are going to do is just kind of peek in and out of those boxes. So you should really take them down with no trouble. I honestly didn't even get shot once. The only things you have to look out for is the flying robot, as you can tell, and then one giant robot that goes basically like up to you. But other than that, it shouldn't be too hard. Right here, just follow as I do. And I do want to clarify, if you are new to this series, I do have a couple of perks maxed out, the same with some weapons, and I really, really hope that you have the laser craft, which is the laser gun, maxed out, or at least like the damage and all that, because that gun is really, really going to be useful as well. Try to save at least 2 to 3 throwing hatchets. You'll see why later on, so just kind of heads up on that. And then again, I hope that my playthrough kind of goes the same as yours. You know, like I try to say this a lot. Just because my guys are to the right doesn't mean yours can be to the left. They can also be to the right, but I'm just trying to give you an idea of how many enemies there are and kind of tips of what you can try to do. So right here, before you kind of turn the corner, you do want to save it before you go anywhere, because there is one of those random soldiers running in the back. So just a heads up on that. So as you are able to see, this guy was just running crazy. It's a good thing I saved it. He does stop there. I don't know why, but it was good for me regardless. But just heads up, there is one. We're going to go down these vents down here, and which is kind of why we chose this one. Again, we chose the harness contraption, again, as you can tell. And then just kind of follow where we go. I should have honestly skipped this, but it's just a heads up, just in case if you don't know where to go. Just go up the stairs, follow me. I usually tend to cut these out, but it's the last mission, so it's like I'll just try to do like a full walkthrough, I guess, instead of just cutting to the actual parts. There's armor, there's health, and yeah, we should honestly do this pretty much stealthy. I just hope some of these things work out for you guys. And right here, I'm kind of lost, but I should find the opening right there. And then once you go over this, there should be 3 enemies. Actually, none of them are even looking at you, so you honestly shouldn't have trouble at all. So this guy's going to be in that one room. Another guy is going to be basically at the end of the hallway, as you'll be able to tell right now. And the other guy should be basically in another room to your left. So just go in there, or just make sure you shoot him. Try not to make any noise. Take him down, and then make sure you save it right there as well. Alright, so once you're done, I would recommend you to go to this room right here. It's kind of like an armory, I guess. Try to pick up as many grenades as you can, and also some throwing hatchets, and then there's some armor. And then what you're going to want to do, just follow me. We're going to go under this vent, and make sure you save it before you go out. So there's going to be a couple of enemies here, but the first one you should look out for is this guy. This guy's just going to stand right there in the middle. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go on top. And then on top, there should be about 2 enemies, but one is in this side. Try to kill him quickly because you can sometimes see you. And then just go where you killed them. And then make sure you save it right there because the other ones will be walking by in just a little bit. And then also try to pick up the hatchet right there where I picked up. Like I said, hopefully you'll need him later on. So this guy's over there by the other catwalk, I guess you can call it. He's going to walk up to right there where I'm pointing. He could actually spot you, so that's why I try killing him pretty fast. And then after this, the commander should hopefully be wandering around there downstairs, and then just take him down. He does have his dog, so also just kind of careful with that. But once you kill him, it's pretty much over. And then you do want to save it just in case, just to have a checkpoint. You want to go down because there's one big robot down there. And just take him out. Hopefully he's not looking at you, kind of like he wasn't looking at me. And then right before you actually enter the codes, make sure you save it because there are going to be 2 soldiers that are going to come through the elevator. So just a heads up on that. Try to have, honestly, whichever gun you're comfortable with. It doesn't matter if you make noise or not because, again, there's no commanders. So they're just wait for them there. They're actually crouching down, so you shouldn't have too much trouble with them. And then after that, just go up the elevator, and then the next part should be right there. Alright, so once you're done saving, I would recommend going into your silence pistol or whichever one you are using. There's a few enemies here. So it says there's 2 commanders. We're just going to ignore them. Again, they're just there to distract us. Kill this guy because he's obviously going to get in the way. But I hope this kind of helps. I mean, this worked for me several times, so that's why I'm hoping it works for you. So there's that giant robot right there. You just want to ignore him, and then you want to keep on going straight. And then in this part, there's that guy right there, but then there's another one that's barely coming down from the stairs. So make sure you take him out quickly, and then take out that guy. And then once you go up, okay, so here's sometimes this giant robot, which you'll see right now, was actually walking towards me, but in this playthrough he just wasn't looking at me, so just keep on trying that for right now. And then this is where Anya tells you that she needs help. Basically let all the enemies walk by, and then there's gonna be one on top of the catwalks, and then at this point just kind of follow what I do. I threw like a couple grenades, and then I took him down. There is one giant robot as well, so just kind of heads up on that, and just like I said, kind of try to follow what I'm doing. I know it's going pretty fast, but just like I said, just keep on trying it until it works out. It's actually not too bad. All right, so right after that, she's gonna tell you to get inside this like pod-looking thing, and you guys are gonna go up. So what's gonna happen is she's gonna tell you she loves you, yada yada yada, and then one of those giant robots is gonna land on her pod. So the moment you see that, you can pretty much save it just to have the checkpoint there, just in case if you mess up. I kind of messed up here, but I was like, you know what, whatever. So what's going to happen, the giant robot's going to basically land on top of you. I don't know if this was a glitch or not, or honestly if I just didn't power up my gun too much, but he took a couple shots from my laser gun, so I was like, what the heck, But other than that, he did some damage on me, but not too bad, so I was like, alright, whatever. But in case if you don't feel comfortable with that, just like I said, make sure you have that save checkpoint, and then just continue over and over again. And then just at this point, follow me if you don't know what to do. And right before you actually jump down from that little tube or whatever it's called, make sure you save it as well. Alright, so I recommend you staying up here because this one guy's going to be walking by. Make sure you take him down, and then try going to the left. Try to go on that platform, and then as you just follow me. And then once you see a set of stairs going down, you want to go down, and another guy should be actually down there. Just take him out quickly. And then the last guy should honestly be kind of like in the center, as you'll see right now. They're all actually just standing there, so it's actually good for us. You're going to want to take a left right here in the middle. There should be another set of stairs going down. And then again, we're going to go down these vents. And then once again, before you actually leave the vent, make sure you save it. Or actually in this, yeah, I guess it's another vent. But you want to save it right before you actually leave it, just to have a checkpoint again. Alright, so just a heads up on this guy. On the first one we take down, he can either be right there, right below you when you're like in the vent, or he can be over here. There's this guy that should just be right there standing, and then there should be a commander down below. Make sure you take him down so that he doesn't call in for reinforcements. And then once you kill him, make sure you pick up armor, ammo, and health, whatever you need. And then right before you go down here and activate the codes, make sure you save it so that once again you have another checkpoint. Alright, so once you are done from that, get ready. I would recommend having double ARs. So one of those giant robot dogs is going to start charging you. And I believe somewhere from 2 to 3 soldiers. So just kind of do as I do and just stay behind this little stairs, whatever. Just stay there. Take him down. Try shooting the robot dog fast because he can be the one to kill you the fastest. So take him down, and there's, like I said, 2 to 3 soldiers. Maybe there was 2. And right before you start going up, make sure you save it, just again to have a checkpoint. And then there's about 2 to 3 those small robots that start charging at you, but they won't start charging until you actually go forward. So as you'll see right now, in just a little bit, as soon as I headed forward, they started popping out. So my recommendation is just start going back as soon as they pop out. And just, take cover. Make sure you go pick up some armor, health, whatever. Because in this next part, we are kind of going to need it. Because we're just going to run at this point. So at this point, once you go upstairs, a couple of big robots are going to pop out. But we're just going to ignore them all. We're like, whatever at this point. Just continue going. You probably will get shot. But if you have enough armor and all that, you should be good. And then in this part, this is a part that's probably, I think, not the hardest, but again, the most trickiest. So I hope this works out. And I did it a couple ways. So if you are interested in a couple of ways, just make sure you stick in and wait out for that. So let's see how that works. All right. So before you do anything, there's gonna be 2 giant robots on top. Okay. Before you jump down, you actually want to try to shoot them with the laser guns. Because at this point, the commander little spawn still hasn't happened. So you are free to shoot. Like I said, I hope you have this gun maxed out. And then you can shoot him. Save it before you go down. And then try going over here where I'm at. Because as soon as you jump down, that middle door opens up. And that's where the commander pops out with 2 soldiers. So the alarms are easily going to be triggered. So at this point, they found the bodies. But they're like, okay, what's going on? So what's going to happen is one of the soldiers is actually going to hopefully be walking up and down, trying to actually find you. So what you want to do, just stay all the way back, or kind of like where I'm at. And this soldier should eventually come to a stop. So make sure you basically kill him at that point. You do want to save, or actually just do as I do and just go over here. And we're basically kind of going to go by where that door opened. Try not to get spotted and make sure you save it. Alright, so this is the part where I was talking about that there's multiple ways to do it. This one way over here is where as soon as you save it, you can just go down and then kill the commander from this point right here. I tried this multiple times, and kind of when I had the 2 giant robots before, so it wasn't working out. Another way what you can do is right there where you saved it, you can just kind of try to throw some hatchets or shoot the wall. That method really wasn't working right now. This guy right here, where you can just pop in real quick, but you have to shoot him real quick and then shoot this guy down. Another way you can do it is if you go all the way back, you can actually kill this guy. But as you can see, somehow the headshots weren't really registering. But normally that would be kind of an alarm setting off right there because he makes noise. But here again, I'm just showing you a couple ways. This way, I kind of got behind that one little thing, and then this actually worked. The commander actually walked away, so it was kind of actually a lot easier. But normally he doesn't do that. But here's another way, and then I think this is my favorite. No, actually, so another way you can do is just try to be kind of far away, so that they don't see you, and you can shoot it like that. Like I said, there's multiple ways to do it. My favorite one is coming up though. So as long as you're staying far away, this is kind of where I was telling you, where you try to get to save 2 throwing hatchets. If anything, they should be lined up right next to each other. So as long as you shoot them kind of at the same spot, they should all go down. Try not to melee him here. I kind of messed it up, but luckily, like I said, I had one of the perks. And then at this point, hopefully one of those turn or tries actually worked out for you. Like I said, it's a little rough, but I at least gave you several ways you can do it, and I showed you proof. And right before you go up there, make sure you save it. So also, once again, this part right here is a little kind of iffy, but like I said, I'm trying to do this trying to find a couple spots where you guys can just try to do this really stealthy. I know they're not gonna take you just on like one try. They're gonna take you multiple tries, but I at least wanted to kind of get it to the point where you don't really have to fight anyone. Just shoot like one person to two. So what's gonna happen here is we're actually not gonna shoot anything. We're not even gonna go upstairs. What we're gonna do is we're gonna wait for the commander to go up in that catwalk. He should pop out there eventually. I did it multiple times and he popped out. So what's gonna happen is you're gonna shoot him down, and then one of those giant robots should kind of find out. But before you go back, make sure you take down this guy. I don't know if he's gonna get in the way or not, but just to be safe, take him down. And then that's where the giant robot dog comes out. You can save it here if you like, and then try to actually go down. You'll be able to hear once the dog starts to leave, because obviously it's a big piece of junk, so you can hear him move. But the only reason why I'm going down is I tried a couple times and the dog somehow spotted me, so I was like, okay. But as you can see right there, he starts moving away, and then he starts leaving. So what's going to happen is right here, you can pick up health and armor if you need some. Just follow as I do right there. There's health, and then there's some armor over here. And what we're going to do is we're going to shoot down this giant robot in the back again for him to explode. And just give him a couple shots just so that he goes down. And just follow as I do, okay? Once we are in this catwalk, we're just going to run and take right. We're actually just going to go up the stairs. We're not going to fight anyone because it's kind of pointless. And once you reach it on top, make sure you save it. Alright, so just keep on trying until you can come up there. Make sure you charge the laser gun. And then here, only if you're trying to get the taste of your own medicine achievement, then you pick up this gun. But if you don't need that achievement anymore, then just take it off, or don't even pick it up. So basically, what you have to do is you gotta kill one of the giant, and I'm talking about the giant robots with basically its own gun, because this is the gun that they have, not these guys, but the ones afterwards. So just a heads up on that. What you want to do is that as soon as you go up there, go to your left or to the right, whichever way you are more comfortable with. And what's going to happen is basically two of the giant robots are going to spawn, okay? And if I am correct, they should also spawn with like 2 soldiers, so in total. So there's a total of 6 of those giant robots, but you can easily take them down with one charge of the laser gun, which is why I said this gun was really helpful. So just take him down, and then just go over to the side and just save at whichever point you think it's good. So at this point right here, I needed the scope for the laser because they were starting to spawn farther and farther away. So I was like, okay, I need this, and then also keep an eye out on the soldiers. Okay, save when you kill those giant robots, but make sure there's no one around you. These soldiers should eventually start popping out towards you. They're not gonna like be flanking you and stuff. So just a heads up, just make sure you check up front and to your side. And that's really all you should do. There is armor around there, and it shouldn't be too hard. Just kill the robots like I said, and then hide, and then save. Right here you'll see in a little bit that I kind of risked it right here. There was a guy here, so I was like, alright, screw it, but I saved it regardless. And then I saw him, and once you kill those 6 giant robots, then that's when those other big robots come out, the ones that are even bigger with that special gun. So what I'm doing here is, of course, I saved it, and what's gonna happen is if you have the laser gun maxed out, basically one charge, which I believe the most charge one can have is up to 50. So I held it all the way. As you can see, it's up to 70, and then it stops at 20. And then at this point, that's when I got the gun, and I waited for him to kind of move over to the side, and then that's where I shot him, and that's it. So that's how you get this achievement. And what's going to happen now next is I'm going to show you 2 ways you can do this. If you're one of those that kind of, likes to do legit and say that, okay, yeah, I defeated them easily, but I actually beat him, then this gameplay is for you. If you're one of those that just likes to kind of just cheese it and just be whatever and like, okay, I got it, then it's whatever. So if you got the laser gun, you should honestly take him down with just 70% of the gun if it's maxed out to the max, like I said. What you want to do after that is you want to go through these little tunnels, whatever they're called, and you want to go over here because this is where you charge the gun. So basically what's going to happen is you're going to shoot him from one side. Here I got lucky he didn't kill me, but what's going to happen is you're going to go over to one side and then just kind of keep on going back and forth like that, because the robots will follow you kind of where you entered. So as long as you kind of go through this way and then pop out the other way, then that's when you have a vantage point, because they're basically looking at you, looking for you on the other side. So here there's a couple of guys, and you know, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try to cheese it, but that's kind of when I went back and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try to do it legit. So as you can tell, it's actually really easy to escape from them. It's really no trouble at all. So here I'm already up here, okay, so at this point I can just go and whatever. But I was like I said, you know, I'm gonna try to at least make it seem legit. So I was like, okay, and I go down, and he's honestly not even looking at me anymore. So right here, I didn't do my charges really well. It was kind of poorly for me. I think I just got like 20% on each one of them. So eventually I took him down, but little dumb me over here decides to walk right in front because I thought he exploded already, and then I died. So yeah, whoopee. And then of course here's the second way you can do it. So what you want to do is you want to shoot the big robot that's actually the farthest away, okay, because he's the one that stays in the back. So if you shoot him, he actually starts to move forward. So as you can see, it's not that I'm missing the main guy, it's I'm trying to shoot the one in the back. At that point you see him walking, so that's when you go through like the little tunnels, and that's when you just make a jump for it. So try to pick up as much armor as you can down there. You really won't need it if it all goes out well, but at this point just kind of book it at this point, and that should really be it. Hopefully this worked out for you. Like I said, this mission was more trying to give you guys idea of how you guys can skip all this, and that's really kind of the hard point. So we'll see how that turns out. Alright, so as you can tell at this point, I'm just kind of skipping it. Just a heads up, you won't get the achievement after this like little mission, because technically there is another one, but this is the actual last mission where it's kind of hard. The next point is just kind of follow as I do in case if you're stuck, and then you'll get it after you kill the general. But other than that, you know, we finished another project in this channel, and I'm really happy about that. Thank you for all those who actually enjoyed and used this guide. Like I said, leave me some feedback if you think, you know, this wasn't helpful, or if you didn't like so and so. It really means a lot to me. I'm new, so like I said, just make sure you check out my channel for other games. If you have any recommendations for what other games we should pass, just let me know. But other than that, I'm gonna let it play. And once again, thank you for making this thing happen, and I hope these videos were really helpful. So thank you and goodbye.